Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, and welcome to what is going to be a fun video ahead where you join me with my Mercedes-AMG A35. There's a cat by it. There's actually a cat by my car. Anyway, we'll carry on. Yes, what we're going to do in today's video, I've had a lot of people asking me so many questions on will you do, first of all, do a video with the car and explain how it's been to live with, etc. Because I haven't really been doing enough with it, and we're going to be doing all of that. Talk about costings, how much it cost me, how much it cost to run, and everything else. That cat, because it's been such an amazing daily to have. I've had it for sort of 6 or 7 months and I just can't really fault it. There will be a few negatives which I will explain, but coming from a Range Rover Sport SVR, the older one, to this, a little bit changed. But before this I had an A45 as well, so I've had kind of both versions, and we're going to see what one I prefer as well. Cannot wait to share all things costings and what it's been like to live with. But when we look at it sat there, honestly, I've had so much fun owning this car, and I will explain how long it's going to stay, all things A45S, which is coming to the garage as well. The cat's on the move. I decided to get it in this yellow colour. A lot of people ask me, why the hell have you done that? Well, it's a little bit sort of out there, I get that, but I feel this car with an aero pack, it's got the aero pack, but with the yellow it kind of shows it all off. All blacked out, it didn't really show off all the different features which it had, because this has everything on it. This is a full spec car with the styling pack and everything else. It's yeah, kitted out to the max, and it costs late 30s, this car really. They're probably around mid 30s on the internet now. There's more and more becoming available on the internet, but I haven't really done any modifications to it. And you might be a little bit surprised about that, and why has he not wrapped it, why has he not done anything? Well, to be honest with you, I've not really bothered to go and sort of dechrome anything or, you know, black the badges out, because I've kind of just been enjoying it and just haven't really got round to it. Don't they look flipping awesome as well from the front, these cars? They really do. The Mercedes with this new front grille compared to the older one, and the lights and everything, it's a different ball game. So one thing I never did, and that was put my AH33 number plate on the car. That is going to be going on my new daily driver, which is coming shortly to the channel. It is days away, pretty much days away, and yeah, I just never really changed it on this one. No, it's not a press car, it just has never been changed. Let's go inside and we will see different features. This is where the biggest game changer is. All of this interior, it's amazing. When you're here, you look at where your stop start button is. Well, from here you can't actually see it. You can't, like where is it basically? You're probably, like, it's really weird why they've done this, but it is around the side of the wheel and then it's there. So when you're driving along and you want to turn stop start off, you have to look round and then it's there. £30,000, what you get in here in your dash is flipping crazy. It is crazy. Like, all of this tech which you have in here, it's better than anything that I've had before. This is the best interior of anything, and to be honest with you, there is so much things in here which I have never kind of used. Even here with the performance, the engine, the consumption, I mean, yeah, there you go, 32 miles to the gallon. Then it gives you a full graph and everything else. Mercedes,
how can I help you?
I'm looking for a friend.
What can I do for you?
Find me a friend.
Could you repeat your input, please?
Cool mum.
I'm sorry, I don't know your mother's name yet. Please tell me their name.
Sandra.
Okay, I have saved the relation. Dialing the private landline number of...
No, don't phone that. My mum's not called Sandra. Cut! The other strange thing I do feel with the A35 is this down here. This does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. And I don't understand why the gear shifter is not here, but it's on the wheel just here. So that's something which is a little bit different, and also a little bit annoying. The touchpad down here, to be honest with you, I don't really use it. There is so many things which I've not even touched. But if you go just to display, And you can see here, what the hell's going on here? I mean, this is ridiculous of a level compared to the older cars. Look here, I mean, gives you everything. I mean, that's not even in, is that in, we'll go to sport mode. A little bit louder. Sport Plus. That's as loud as it gets with this exhaust. Honestly sounds like my Hoover. What? So what we're going to do now is we are going to go for a drive and talk all about it. Costings and how potentially, if you're looking for something like this or a Golf R or something in the region, how you can make it possible. And I'm going to be explaining because a lot of people love these cars. They are obtainable. You can own one. And I'm going to talk how you can. We are now in the A35 as the sun is going down here. Well, we're not in London, but we're, yeah. The sun's going down. I'm going to stop talking about the sun. What I'm going to do in this video is try to explain as best possible the running costs, the finance costs, and everything on how much this car has cost me. But to live with, it has been amazing. I've done 5,000 miles in it, and considering I live in London, 5,000 miles is quite a lot really. You're doing 30 miles to the gallon, and yeah, you just never really think about fueling it up. And if you're going to fuel it up, how much is it going to cost? It costs roughly £65 to fuel it up. Insurance wise as well, because it's not a massive engine, the insurance is not too bad on these cars. It's kind of more when you go for like an RS3, and insurance companies don't, you know, they seem to get nicked more than something like this, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you now how much I pay per month and how much deposit I put in to get this car. So I put in £2,000, it is financed, £2,000 deposit, and then I pay £450 a month for it. So some people might think that's high, some people might think that's low, but for what I've been doing, it's been perfect, and it's given me a chance to do, like I say, 5,000 miles and make this kind of content on the more affordable type of car. There have been people sending me messages as well of things saying, oh, I've been looking at deals on A35s and you can pick one up for £99 a month. Well, this car is not leased, so with a lease you have a fixed sort of amount you have to pay. You're tied in for at least a couple of years usually, and it was like someone sent me a deal where it's 0 in and £99 a month. Well, is that what this car cost me? No, because I finance them, buy them, finance them, so that allows me to drive them, use them, and if I wanted to sell it tomorrow, I can. I'm not involved in a lease, it's not a press car, but £99, if people are getting that deal, snap it up. But what I've heard on a lot of these deals is they don't have aero pack, they don't have all the options. This car's got the full aero styling pack, dynamic pack, everything, and you would not pick one of these up for £99 a month. But what I paid mine for, £2,000 in, £450 a month, yeah, that's more of something which is a little bit more realistic. You might actually find that the monthlies are a little bit higher than that, but that's kind of the rough ballpark if you get a good deal. So yeah, this car did not cost me £99 a month. I kind of wish it did, but you know what, it's not going to. And I paid late 30s for it, so yeah, they're probably still mid 30s because the A45 is sitting at late 20s, so that's kind of how it has to be. The negative about this car is when you're driving on a road like this, I do feel it's got more road noise than other cars that I've had. Can't really, I don't want to sort of go into one of those 5 things I hate and slag off videos, because it's not really like that. It's amazing value for money, because what you're getting with all this dash, I was talking to someone else about it the other day, you could go and buy a bloody GT63 4-door and you still got the same dash and everything. So in terms of that, it's another ball game. But what I am looking forward to, and that is the A45S, because on that you've got little buttons on the wheel, and makes it a lot easier to go into dynamic mode. Your exhaust buttons on the wheel down here, dynamic mode is down on the side, and it actually is a little bit of a pain to get it on. Lots of people have sent me messages of these cars having squeaky brakes. I've had DMs, I've had videos. It can happen, but I think you are unlucky if that happens. I had it in this car when I first got it. It had squeaky brakes. and now it's all stopped. So I think it might be something when they're new. But we're not talking negatives, because this is a brilliant car. So we're not doing the 5 things I hate. We're on, we're away from that. But let's talk about the A45S and where is your order, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Well, yes, I have a deposit on an A45S, and I will know more shortly. I'm hoping that it's going to be April time. That's what I'm actually hoping. Spec-wise, are going to go more stealth, and it's going to be mega. It's going to be a tuned up kind of version to this, basically. I drove it in Spain. It was amazing to drive. Like I say, all the different buttons that you have, 450 rough brake horsepower, it is awesome. And it will make this seem a baby, to be honest. That is one thing it will make it do. So I do need to lock in my spec fairly soon. The UK configurators, you can't quite do that just yet. But when I've locked my spec in, then we're away, and the A45S will come like April time. Costings on the A45S. So I believe in England we're only getting the A45S, but I know in Germany they're actually getting an A45 as well, or something like that. But the A45S is going to be close to £60,000 for a hatchback. And it actually might be a little bit more. A lot of people say to me, where do you finance your cars? Who finance your cars? And where do we get finance, basically, for something like this? Well, all of my finance is done through Magnitude Finance. So Tim there is an absolute legend. He's financed all of my cars. So every single car there has gone through Magnitude Finance. And what they do is they just make it, the whole experience amazing, and they make it possible. And I think that is what, for me, has been a massive kind of, it's made buying cars a very, very amazing experience, to be honest. So you get your deposit, and then you pay your monthly payments. You can run it all through their website, the online calculator, etc. And you can kind of work out how much certain cars are going to cost you very quickly. And it's a lot better off than shelling out a load of money, and it's more obtainable in terms of your monthly payments, etc. So Magnitude sorts everything, and yeah, I'll leave all those links down below so you guys can check it out. If you were interested in something like an A35 or something more, they will look after you. It's been an amazing 6 or 7 months owning this car. It is being good, and when the new A45 arrives, this will then depart me. Until then, I will probably keep it a little bit longer, and a new daily is arriving within the next coming days, so be tuned for that. But everything about this, the comfort of it, the speed of it, the fuel economy of it, everything, I've had the best time ever. And I'm a sucker for hatchbacks. I think I always want one on my channel because they're just so much fun. They give you so much enjoyment when driving it. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit quieter than the old A45, but you substitute that with the insane tech that you get for middle of £35,000 with an A35. You cannot go wrong. Some people might not be a fan of the colour, and some people might get something a little bit more subtle. But if you're out there and you're thinking, should I go for a Golf R? Should I go for an M140i? Should I go for a A35? Should I go for an A45? The list goes on and on and on in that category. Should I go for a Civic Type R? You know what you need to get? You need to get one of these, because I think it's unrivaled in its category. We can't compare to the RS3, we compare to an S3, but would you get an S3 or would you get an A35? For me, this car is the one. It does everything. You're not going to be disappointed, and I've loved it, to be honest with you. And I've had a few different cars, such as the M2 and the flipping A45 itself, SVR, and this doesn't disappoint me in any way. So I am now back, and that rounds off what has been a fun video driving around in my A35. I love that car, and I always will for sort of AMG sort of hatchbacks. They're just flipping awesome. But I have some news for you in regards to my hunt for my SUV. There's a new SUV which I'm going to be buying, and that's coming to my channel. And good news is, a lot of you will be relieved that I have decided on a car and next week there is going to be a collection video coming to the channel and all will be revealed. So I know a lot of people in the comments were like, that's enough shopping, blah blah blah. A car has been decided, so no more of that. That's not happening anymore. So it's going to be exciting, and I'm sure you're going to like it. And keep posted on my Instagram, Archie Hamilton Racing, if you don't already follow it, because there's going to be updates of a public collection where you guys can come down and meet me and also see the car be unveiled. All of that is going to be on my Instagram, but I'm buzzing. I cannot wait. I honestly cannot wait. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know your comments to everything which has been going on in it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.